Okay, so this is an evolutionary maze-solving game, more or less. The objective is to have a robot run around a maze. The robot can see the distance to walls in 5 different directions, as shown in the picture, and this is how it decides which way to go. So every frame, the robot takes these distances, multiplies them each by a random number, and then sums these numbers to see if it should turn left. This is repeated 2 more times to decide if it wants to turn right and if it wants to go straight. It is entirely possible that the robot turns both left and right at the same time. Here's how the game is intended to be played. You start by adding robots, and all of which will run at the same time. All of their values start at 0, so when you run them, they will do nothing. Clicking augment will slightly change the random numbers I mentioned earlier, and then when you run, the robots will randomly decide which way to go. The way we improve these robots is just like how evolution works in nature. The best robots will survive and breed, while the sucky ones will just die off. But how do we decide which robots are the best? So these robots all have fitness levels, and every time a robot moves forward, its fitness will go up. So if a robot moves forward and crashes into a wall, then that's still considered better than a robot that didn't move or just spun in circles. So we will sort the robots based on their fitness level, and then we'll delete the lower 50%, and then duplicate the remaining robots to bring us back up to the original number of robots. We'll then augment all the robots, which can be seen as causing slight mutations in them. Some of these mutations will be good, some bad, and some will have little to no impact. The great thing with evolution is that only the good mutations will be passed on through the generations, and the bad mutations will die off. Then we reposition the robots all back to the start and run them all again. Now here's some sped up gameplay. After a while, the robots eventually get better and better until they can complete the maze. However, since the robot's goal is to move forward rather than solve the maze, we can get some odd cases like this one, where it essentially cheats the system and drives in a large oval, but technically it is still moving forward. All the code for this is publicly available on GitHub, so you can build and run it yourself. If you do think this is shit, feel free to open a PR to make it better.